said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Rebels ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. In a bunch formation. They'll start this drive with a pass. Bring in the heat. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Now on 2nd down. On the move. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, really nice catch there. And I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships too.
Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. The play-action fake. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They just keep firing. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
Well, you can tell this defense is locked in early in this one. On the first drive of the game on 3rd down, they're expecting pass. They had multiple players in the back end defensively with their eyes on the quarterback, able to jump the route, pick it off, take it back for a touchdown, and they've already seized a ton of momentum.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the ground, it's Gilliam. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
From the gun, the running back has it. The OB hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The give to the tailback. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Crosses to 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. To the ground with the back. Picks up the first down. Wide open spaces. Running through contact. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every returner, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Gilliam. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had it much better field position this time around. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Buying some time. Lets it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Rebels. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
In a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Arizona State somehow, some way, found a way there in Tempe and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Imagine how this outcome is going to impact social media this week. One side ready for a parade, the other ready to hit the panic button.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella at tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll test the right side. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Trying play action. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
Breaks into the open. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get...
Oh, what vision. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off play action on 1st down. Got out of trouble to throw. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. And the running back able to get his hands on it, but what he couldn't do is keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Let's send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to throw again. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got him. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Rebels come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Tight end finds a soft spot. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for it all. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. They want to throw it. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's
going to take a shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the offense is doing their best, trying to at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got him downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Aggies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Quick pass on the fly motion. Runs through the tackle. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
There's the pressure. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Makes the catch. It's Castellanos. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Stands in and takes the hit. Brings it down on the right side. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Might be calling a hot route. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Brings it in down the left side. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it. Insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
Here we go, set.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point. Game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Castellanos. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Music no. Music no. 22.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Oh, better look out. There he goes. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the 1st down mark. The Aggies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. A designed run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Aggies in the hurry up. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Gilliam. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
He didn't get big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Grab near the sticks. It's Castellanos. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Gilliam. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They'll send the back in motion. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. on the move. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quick pass on the jet motion. He breaks a tackle. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Aggies headed quickly to the line. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The quick out. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
To the air on first down. Grab near the marker is Castellanos. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
And I I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
Double right. Double right.
Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Texas A&M going quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great...
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right on target this time. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Under fire. Grab near the marker. It's Carey. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Steps away to find some room. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets loose. Bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Punt is on its way. The ball pops out on the return. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job with ball security.
More base bait. More base bait. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, he tosses it back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going to swing it on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.